Hey guys, this is OddOneGaming. This is going to be another Watcher of Realms video. So I have made in the past, I think 2 videos already, where we talked about the Immortal Codex bosses, and I pretty much am starting to try and push them higher and higher to try and get to that triple S spot or that S or double S plus, whatever I can push and as hard as I can push. So for example, we had today the Immortal Codex starting, which I'm really happy about that it came back around because, I was stuck on this Odysseus missions, even though there's a ton more. Like, this one's gonna take me at least under 3 months. For those of you that looked over them, they're gonna take a while, so don't be upset if you miss a little bit something, but obviously try to focus when something is there, because there are certain things that you have to, I don't know, let me show you a simple example. Like, there's one over here that says you have to place in top, what is it again? Place in, rank 1 in the Oracle trial 3 times. So that might be difficult alongside these ones where you have to wait for the codexes. But anyway, enough about the Odyssey. So what I want to show you today is something that I had no idea of, how to do for the longest time, and I actually saw somebody, let me look, what's the name again? I think the name's Shamir's Chosen. So let me see, Watcher of Realms. I have to check it now because I want to give credit where credit is due always. So let me just find exactly to show you the video that I watched. Yep, Shamir's Chosen Watcher of Realms. So this is exactly the video that I watched. Okay, this one over here. I'm gonna link it in the description and pin comment, so you guys go and check it out, of course. But my problem was, it's funny, like perfect ad stop. My problem was did not know exactly how to properly use what's his name, Cerberus. Okay, I do have a Cerberus in my team, and I think I have at least a 1. No, I didn't. I think I have him a 1. But anyway, I have a Cerberus in my team, and I still did not know when's the proper time. I kept seeing him in the top damage ones and whatnot, so I could not find the right way to actually use him. And this is one of the best and easiest comps, I guess, to use if you do have a Cerberus and Aatrox. That makes it better. Even if you don't have a legendary lord, it should still work just by using one of the normal lords. Like if you have Aeon, even though you don't place them, it still works. So the team that I'm actually using is going to be Demi as my lord, Cerberus, then Captain Rev, then Aatrox, then I have a Constance, and then Valk. So, I mean, nobody's really mandatory in this team. Like, there's other options, there's ways to go with the Nightmare team and whatnot. I'm gonna make a video on the Nightmare team. Obviously, there's somebody that do not have the Magda that can be really good in here. I just did not get lucky enough to summon her, but pretty much this is the core that I'm using. Uridan can be good. Like, I did not use Uridan on purpose. I tried to keep it with Aatrox and the other one. So let's start on. Let me show you exactly how this one has to be done, because it is pretty, it might just be a little bit counterintuitive. So first of all, you place Captain Rev over here. Okay, then you go with Constance and you're going to boost him. Valk is going to go behind Constance, and then Aatrox over here. In this positioning, you have Constance boosting Captain Rev, Aatrox, and Valk at the same time, okay? So you will be popping, the way that I do it, honestly, just because I'm lazy, I just click on auto cast on the ultimates, okay? Up until you get to a certain point in the fight, there's nothing too special that needs to be done, okay, for this team specifically. And you might be looking at, why don't you play Cerberus? That was my mistake, okay? That was the mistake that I kept doing, and that's the reason why I was not doing the damages that I've seen everybody else do, okay? I just kept placing Cerberus early, and the problem with that is, whenever he does a skill, he keeps consuming his life. The same way that you see Aatrox over here just keeps consuming his life, and then he is dying. But the good thing about Aatrox is he has a fast recharge time for placing him again. So you just keep placing him, he dies, you place him again, he dies, and whatnot. Now, Constance is in here to boost with the ultimate, and she has a really important role to do in this specific team. Valk is just about, just to do damage in there, and she's one of the better ones because she has a good range, but I guess this could be somebody like an Arrogance, maybe even Uridan could work in there. So if you don't have one of the exact ones that I showed, then, don't worry, it's like, oh my god, what am I gonna do? Basically, whoever has a good range to place behind, that's who you're gonna use. Now, the perfect time and the right time where you will be placing your Cerberus is gonna be when you start seeing that you are basically getting a little bit too much overwhelmed. So, for example, you see that for me, this one's starting to look already a little bit tricky. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start. I think what I've seen, it's like 240. Maybe I could even leave it a little bit more. I can pop these two again, and now I can place my Cerberus. You wanna pop your Captain Rev just before you or after you place Cerberus, because you want him to be able to get to his ultimate before he dies. So let's see, did I do the right timing or was it bad? Okay, not quite good. So I'm gonna have to restart it, and I guess the way that I'm gonna do this is I'm just gonna do the quick play and then we're gonna come right. So I'm just gonna jump back to you guys when I get to the point where I have to place and do the right things with Cerberus. The reason for that is you wanna pop his ultimate, but you also want to pop what's her name, Constance, at the exact time just before Cerberus dies, so that you take advantage of the maximum damage possible. So I'm gonna be right back once we get to that final point. See you in a bit. Okay, so we're back to the point where things are going to start to get tricky. Most important thing, if you're using the AutoCast, just stop it, okay? That's really important, because I was just coming back and I forgot that and basically ruined it. So you want to pop your Captain Rev, then you can place your Cerberus over here in the middle, because this way he's going to do damage to everything around them. Then you obviously keep popping Valk. Basically why it's really good to have like Captain Rev over here, or if you don't have it, try to bring somebody else that brings some sort of a control, because you want to give Cerberus time to come to his ultimate. That's the one that's going to help you boost some of your damage. Let's see, come on, timing, you see that I have it slowed down a little bit. Okay, pop him, pop her ultimate. Exactly, so it was really close. If you see that you're struggling with that, what you can do is you can give your Cerberus the Lunacy Visor, which gives him a little bit of healing. But you see the amount of damage that we are doing now as soon as he died. It's just, you know, it's impressive. It's overwhelming. That's how it easily got me to the SS+. I cannot quite push it to the next level, unfortunately, but you know, I'm not that far off. I think the highest that I got was like 148, and the next level is 157. So I'm gonna keep trying it. I'm gonna keep trying to push it to the next level, and if I do manage to hit it to get to that triple S, I'm gonna make a video on it. Like I said, if you wanna see like I said, Shamir's Chosen shows it to hit triple S. I just did not quite get over there yet, so I said, you know what, let me just take out Uridan, take out some of the best gear, because I don't have the best gear on my people anymore, just have most of their standard gear. And I said, you know what, let me just make a video to kind of show everybody how to actually build these people. You saw Demi, I don't even place. Now let's have a look at the builds. Cerberus, I do have him in Age of Strife. I basically just took the gear off of my Twin Fiend. So let me just put it back before I forget and do some sort of a mistake. But it's pretty straightforward. You saw the stats that I have 16k attack, 384 crit damage, almost 100% crit rate. Maybe the fact that I don't have 100% crit rate might be a problem, but maybe not. I could even try it maybe with the standard build that I have on him. When it comes to the artifact, I do have his exclusive artifact, but like I said, if you see that you're struggling, just use the Lunacy Visor, because, well, not only does it increase the block, which I guess it helps a little bit, but not really because he takes more damage, but it helps him heal. Every time he does damage, he can heal himself to give him some time to come to that ultimate. Now, the next one we're going to look at is going to be Aatrox. Aatrox is in a cursed set, because this one brings you more damage. Obviously it does AoE for every enemy in range up to 5, so 30% extra AoE damage. He's all about that AoE damage, so definitely that's gonna help him out. When it comes to the artifact, I have the Sin, because it increases AoE damage. Obviously, everything for Aatrox that's AoE damage, that's what you're gonna give him, because he's all about that AoE damage. Now, if you look at Valk, Valk is in a, what's it called, Soulbound Arcana. It doesn't have to be this. It can be Soulbound Arcana, it can be Infernal Roar. Basically, whatever build you have on her. Honestly, again, I could just go ahead and then just swap it. I don't necessarily need to have Soulbound Arcana on her. I usually have, let me see, did I take it from Hex? I even forgot how I took the gear from. I think I took it from Hex. But your Valk can be obviously your best gear. If you're trying to min-max it, then you're gonna obviously try to look around and see, you know, do whatever best you can to get the highest damage. It's gonna be tricky with this build, but you know, if you can do it, then it's worth it to do it just once. When it comes to the artifact, I like Frigid-Flame, because she's not gonna take damage, so she gets 33% extra damage. This one's actually better than Realm Tier or Realm Tier, because this one only gets to 32%, okay? So this one works like 4 tiles, that's the maximum. The 5th one's only if she pops her ultimate and if she has a shield on, because otherwise that's just the maximum that she has. Let me see, where can I see again her total range? It was some place where I had to click details. I don't know, I cannot find it right now, but you know what I mean. I do have an A1, so you can see I get the actual range, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So the 4 tiles are total times 8, that's 32. So that's why I say that Frigid Flame's the best one for her, from my point of view. Then Constance, she's in Invigoration. You saw that I'm boosting my Captain Rev at the beginning. I place Captain Rev, then I place her to boost the attack of Captain Rev. He's the one that does most of the damage, so as much attack as you can give her. Then when it comes to the artifact, I do have the Astral Obelisk. It gives her attack and also gives her Rage Regen after she receives healing, which she's gonna do because every time she heals an ally, she gets some healing herself. And then the last one in the team, Captain Rev, he's basically in a Soul 1 Arcana. Again, this is I think the best that I have on my account. Or almost. I took one of my best ones. I think this was the one that I took from Hex this time around. Yep, this one's correct. So let me just swap it over before I forget. But the stats, well, I guess let me just show you for him. 13.6, 366 crit damage, and an artifact. I went with the Tuning Crystal because sometimes he dies before he does all the damage that I want him to. So I wanted to give him this one just to give him a little bit more healing. And this is what's going to help him to do that, because every 10th attack, he's going to heal based off of 20% of the damage that he deals, which is full HP because he's going to do a lot of damage. But I guess this is going to be it. I hope you enjoyed it, guys. I will want to make a video later this week or maybe next week, depending on how my content is going to work. But I'm going to want to make a video where I'm just going to try and just use all the Nightmare people, okay? Just want to see, like, it's going to be something like this, I presume. Or maybe even drop Torodor just so I can bring Wrath in there as a Lord to try and make it, I guess, a little bit more relatable. Maybe I don't even need her. I might throw, I don't know, who else is going to be good. Maybe I throw him, okay? Maybe I throw Vladov in there, but maybe not use his Lord bonus, just to try and show how far you can get with this one, because the Nightmare is actually one of the better ones as well, unless you obviously have Chaotix with Gun, Ardea and whatnot. Then this was one of the better ones to try and get you at least to S, and I'm gonna make a video on it, so keep an eye out on the channel. But anyway, this is gonna be it for today, guys. Thank you all for watching. As always, if you did enjoy my content, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel to see when I upload next, and I'm gonna see you on the next one. Peace, love, take care, everyone. Bye, guys.
Hell hath no fury like a mother's